Okay, so we're going to start this warm up with a hip opener. It's getting into a kind of deep lunge with 1 foot forward. You're just going to use the hand on the same side to open the hip up a bit, and then making small semicircles just to open that hip up. Then we're going to try and get both our elbows down towards the ground, and again, the hand that's closest to the front foot, lifting it up to try and touch the ceiling, and just going back and forth between those two positions, getting your elbow as close as you can to the floor and reaching up to the ceiling. You can lift your back leg up for a few more reps, just get an extra bit of a stretch and more weight into that front hip. Then we're going to switch sides and do the exact same thing on the other side. So starting by just pushing your hip out a bit, and then making those small semicircles, rocking back and forth into the hip joint. If you're like me, you're going to have one side that's much stiffer than the other. You can see here I can't get my my left side anywhere near close to the floor. So sometimes I need a little bit more time in that movement. But just going back and forth, reaching up as far as you can, and trying to get as close to the floor as you can each time. Back leg up for the last 5 reps. If you do have one side that's much tighter than the other, it can be a good idea to start on that side as opposed to what I just did. Then do the other side, then go back and do a few more reps on the tighter side. Okay, so now we're going to tie a few movements together. So getting into your deep squat, you're going to walk out to a high plank position with your bum the same height as your shoulder, and from here you're going to do a mountain climber on each side, then a downward facing dog, then an upward facing dog, bend the knees if you want, then back into that plank position, then walking back into your deep squat. And we're going to do that sequence a few times. So walking forward into the high plank position, your mountain climber, downward dog, upward dog, plank, and then walk back into your deep squat. And do that a few more times. In that high plank position, make sure your bum is the same height as your shoulders. You're pushing the floor away. And as you do the mountain climber, don't move your bum up and down. It stays in the same position as though you've got a cup of water on your back. If you can do push-ups in these next few reps, instead of the mountain climber, you're going to do 1 push-up, touching your boobs to the floor, and then the downward dog, then going into the upward dog, and back into the plank and back into your squat. So we're doing a push-up instead of the mountain climber. If you can't do a push-up, just keep doing the mountain climber instead. So walking out to a plank, 1 push-up or mountain climber, back into a downward dog, really stretching out those shoulders and pushing the chest towards the knees, upward dog, stretch out all the front of the body, plank, and then walk back into that squat. Walking into the plank, push-up or mountain climber, downward dog, stretching out those shoulders, upward dog, plank, and then, I missed the plank then, and walk into your deep squat. From here, we're going to do a few reps of baby squat, so deep squat, and then the forward bend, stretching out backs of the legs, let your head be heavy, try and get your hands flat on the floor, try and get an extra millimeter each time you do the movement. Now we're going to do a Twizzler. So moving forward with your hands far away from your legs, you're going to thread one leg through and then reach over with the other arm and try and reach behind you. This can be quite a complicated movement, so watch me do it a few times and see if you can do it yourself. So one leg threaded through, then reaching over the other way and trying to reach over the arm that's on the floor. Lift your bum up as high as you can and squeeze your bum, stretching out your tummy, the fronts of the legs, and trying to reach over and touch the floor on the other side like you're almost doing a bridge. Last exercise, we're going to do a Cossack Squat. Sort your shorts out if you need to. Getting your legs as wide as you possibly can. We're going to sink down into this Cossack Squat position where all of your weight is on one side and the opposite leg is straightened out with your foot flexed. You can use your hands for support. Try and sink down as far as you can. And if you can do it without hands, you're going to just take your hands off the floor. And then just sliding your bum as low as you can along the floor. I can't get it very low, to try and get over to the other side where all your weight is sitting on one leg and the other leg is stretched out to the other side. Just moving backwards and forwards between those two sides. Again, use your hands for support if you need to. Just building on that, we're gonna do a Cossack squat proper. So if you can get into that position, now you're going to do a rep on each side. So squatting down to one side with the other leg straight out and then back up to center. If you can't do this through full range of motion, then just keep going with the Cossack squat stretch, moving from side to side with support.